then we can integrate this. If I integrate this, this is going to be fundamental theorem of calculus. And if I just integrate that, I'm going to get, this is part one of fundamental theorem of calculus. It's going to be g of t dt. I'm not, no more dt because I integrated. So it's going to be x squared and square root of x. I'm going to plug in the subtraction. So it will be g of x squared minus g of square root of x. Now what happened is I'm going to take a derivative after that because this is the first part. This first fundamental theorem of calculus. So fundamental theorem of calculus part one. And then we're going to take a derivative. So if I take a derivative, it's going to be g of x squared times derivative of the inside because there are two layers. So it'll be 2x minus g of square root x times 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. Do you guys have that? And then all you gotta do is plug in x squared there. So it'll be sine square of x squared times 2x minus sine square of square root x times 1/2 root x. And if you get this part, it's good. You don't need to simplify anymore because of that much you can do. And that, yeah, the assumption, because we are assuming of g of t, and we integrate it, but we didn't really integrate it because we didn't know how to integrate sine square of t. We just use integrated and we take a derivative and just rely on notation. Notation is gonna say, well, I'm integrated, it's gonna be capital G. If I take a derivative, it's going back to non-capital G. But there's a chain rule involved, so therefore all you gotta do is plug in the assumption. So we didn't know how to take integration sine square of t. We never did the whole time. Yes, Austin.
You go back to the lowercase g because you're going back to the original.
Because we want to take a derivative. So I need to take a d to the dx. So d to the dx of capital G is going to be non-capital G because we take a derivative. At first we take antiderivative and then we take a derivative.
Okay.
So there's chain rule involved, right? How many of you guys watched yesterday's video? Only Ava. So... Okay, so it will be making today a lot easier because today you're gonna go through and you're gonna say, oh, okay, this is what we're talking about. So, but if I ever take a derivative of f of g of x like this, if I take a derivative of f of g of x like this, it's gonna be a chain rule, right? Do you guys remember this rule? Yeah. So if I take a derivative of this, it's gonna be f prime. Let me use red to represent that. F prime of g of x, right, times g prime of x, and times 1, because derivative of x is 1. So this is a proper chain rule. Is that okay? Yeah, this is just chain rule. This has nothing to do. It turns out integration doesn't have a chain rule, but so what happened if you integration of f prime of g of x times g prime of x dx, right? What happened if you do this? Well, we know this is the derivative. We know this is the derivative of this. So that means antiderivative of this is going to give you f of g of x plus c. Does that make sense? Now you're going to be like, well, this doesn't really make sense. How is that going to relate to u-substitution? Now, the reason why I talk about u-substitution, it has assumption. So yeah, u-substitution.
So what you did was,
yeah, if I take a derivative, right? This process is derivative, right?
yeah.
Now this process antiderivative. So basically just go back to before. So if I take the result and if I take integrate it, it's going to be f of g of x. So that's the derivation of the u-substitution because they kind of play around with it, the notation, right? So ideally, right now we're gonna say let's take integration of x squared plus 1 to the, I don't know, which number you like. 2's too little. 8, let's do 8 times 2x dx. And actually it doesn't matter, and we're going to talk about why it doesn't matter. But the reason why I don't want to do 2, because you can expand 2, right? But 8 is really hard to expand. I mean, it's not x to the 16 plus 1. It's not like that, because you had to use expansion, use a Pascal triangle. Last year, Mr. Kenj or Mr. Ollie probably teach you how to do Pascal triangle because it's on AP exam. But do we really want to expand that in times 2x? That's just a lot of work. Yeah. So we got to figure out what it is. Now, pay attention. This is g of x. This is g of x, right? Do you see that? Do you see that g prime of x is 2x?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you pay attention to this is g of x, and it's g prime of x, and the f of x is probably equal to x to the 8th. Now, essentially, that's what happened. So then, hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something called u-substitution. Now, this we're gonna drag it on the side. We're gonna show you that this is actually what happened. But we're gonna say u-substitution equal to x squared plus 1. So this is the first thing, u equal to x squared plus 1. So I would say tips for u-substitution. The first tip is always set u equal to the inside of parentheses. Parenthesis. Huh?
I did the same thing.
Yeah, parenthesis.
Wait, so I have to do the homework website?
Huh?
Did I have to do the homework website?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
He already checked all of them.
let me see my notes.
You did not do the homework. Damn.
You mean the substitution one last night?
Oh, she didn't. Mine didn't do it. I want you to know that.
No. That's only for yesterday. The yesterday 2 period.
Also,
Yeah. So you did tonight's homework.
I don't do anything tonight.
Yeah. So when Austin, when you walk in, Laura's like, you gotta check Austin's homework yesterday.
He never did that. Mystery evidence.
Laura, the person won't get people in trouble.
No.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So if I do du equal to 2x dx, and the du over 2x equal to dx. So once you u equal to something, you want to take a derivative. Well, not derivative. It's more like differential than derivative. So if I take a derivative of u, then we're gonna call it du rather than 1, because we're not taking derivative with respect to anything. If we take derivative with respect to u, it's gonna be 1. But in this case, we just take a differential. So u is gonna change to du. Is that okay? And the derivative of x squared is 2x. But we take a differential, then it has to be dx right afterwards. So don't forget the dx part. That's, and not only that, you want to solve for dx. Solve for dx. And it's going to be du over 2x. So it'll be integration of u to the 8th, which is, we know g of x is u. And times du times 2x, because those 2x are still there, and times du over 2x. Now it turns out it actually goes away, So integration u to the 8 du. Then that's going to be u to the 9 over 9 plus c. And that's going to be x squared plus 1 to the 9 power 9 plus c. And I integrate it. So I do it, I use u. I assume u equal to, like, it's kind of fundamental theorem. You assume u equal to something, you integrate it. But you need to make sure you do du and the dx. And you have to solve for dx, so hopefully something to cancel.
So once you differentiated, how did you go from like d
Good, then you don't have homework to do.
over 2x equals dx to the integration of u to the 8? Like how did you go from there to there?
How do I go from here to here?
No.
Before that?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, once I get du, right, I'm gonna get 2x dx. Now I always solve for dx. Always, because if I solve for dx, then I will replace this. So this dx, I'm gonna replace as du over 2x.
Oh, okay.
And this 2x still there, right? And this is u to the 8. And the things cancel out, then it's going to be x squared plus 1 to the 9 over 9. Now, you're going to say, hey, do I know if this is the right answer? But you can take a derivative inside your head, right? You take a derivative inside, you say, this is chain rule. So if I take a 9 in the front, so it'll be 9 x squared plus 1 to the 8, right? Times 2x and divided by 9. So 9 and 9 cancel, and that becomes the original equation. And then you know that you take it integration correctly. Yes, Mira. Yes and no. The du usually, once you solve for du, the 2x in generally cancel out, but sometimes could be just x cancel out. You can take out a constant. So for example, if today this is a 6x here, right? And this could be 6x, then only x cancel out, then 6 over 2 can be taken outside, will be 3. So the constant can take outside, it is a constant left. So basically the variable will cancel out generally, 90% speaking. Okay, so you try one. Now this one's different than yesterday's notes. I'm going to give you one like this. So 4x over, sorry. This one is gonna be 4. Actually, I'm gonna do 6x square root of 4x squared plus 4 plus 2 dx. So what I just talked to Amara is the constant is okay. The variable has to cancel out. Okay, the constant's okay. Constant can be taken outside the parentheses.
When we get it done, like,
Now, the only the x near cancel, the constant can be moved outside of integration. So just make sure constant can be moved outside of integration. So only the x near be canceled because the everything else is gonna work it out. So Now, before I start a second question, I'm gonna give you the tips. Usually, U and du have 1 degree difference. 1 degree difference. So what do you mean by 1 degree? Look at this. X squared plus 1. Look at the outside. Instead of the second degree, it will be equal to the first degree. So there's a 1 degree difference. Because the 1 degree difference, that's what caused the cancellation happen. So make sure, in general, there was a 1 degree difference, and that's what's the problem. So do you see the 1 degree difference here? Somebody call me for random country from what's up. I should answer it. Hello. I want to talk to you. Why you don't want to talk to me? It's a white girl from Nigeria. She tried to probably scam me. Yeah. I'm trying to scam her. Can't accept it. You give me $10, I'll give you 100,000. She's calling me again. Oh my god, it's actually a person. Look. She hung up? No, we always like to play with those type of people. They trying to scam you and scam them back. Block. Her name is Jenny Darcy. All right, did you take a du? Shh, you should have taken du. That should be ax dx. So therefore, you have a 6x.
It's the G of X. Like,
And that's u to the 1/2. And a dx is, you're going to have to make sure you solve for dx. What's dx equal to? ax. So du over ax. So you see this x going to cancel out. You don't worry about the 6 and 8 because that's just a constant. So that is fine. So the x and the x cancel out. So then you have integration of 6 over 8, which is 3 over 4, u to the 1/2 du. Now I told you that 6 over 8 is much better to take it outside. Does that make sense? Only the x need to cancel out.
Can you explain, like, once you assign like the u, the du, all, how do you get like the 6x?
6x is within the question. That's a part of the question.
Oh, so there's, oh, okay.
I just write down the 6x because I only sub the other one.
Why is it
Root u means square root of u is 1/2 power.
Wait, why did the 8 only go to the 6? Like, why is it only 6 over 8?
I want you to u to the 8, but this is root u.
Plus.
Wait, why do I kind of get it?
So now I'm gonna get u to the 3/2, 2/3. So that's gonna be 1/2
You sell
of
back.
4x squared plus 2 to the 1/2. 3/2, sorry, 3/2.
How did you get, wouldn't it be 1/2 u to,
Cancel out the 3/4 and either like
You take the.
multiply.
Oh, I understand. It's just.
Does this make sense or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with here. So I'm gonna write down everything. So this is square root u. Would you agree? And this is du over ax. Would you agree? Because I changed the dx to du over ax. Would you agree with that? Okay, so there's 6x right here, right? So what happened is the x and this x can simplify. And you're left with 6/8 of u to the 1/2 du. You gotta convert everything in terms of u. Now I can take 6/8 outside and just integrate u to the 1/2. And once after you did that, you're gonna say u to the 3/2 times 2/3 times 3/4 because that's a constant. This can simplify down. It's gonna be 1/2. So 1/2 this. And if you're not sure if this is right, you can also take a derivative of this. So if I just take a derivative of this, it's going to be 4x squared plus 2 to the 1/2 times ax. So the 2, 2, 4, that's going to be 2. So it'll be 6x squared root 4x squared plus 2 to the 1/2. So same as before.
Wait,
You just
I just don't understand the 8.
What? You don't understand what?
No, I understand, like, I understand everything except like how you move, like from u over 8, how did it become 6/8? I just.
Oh, because the x cancel out. And you have 6/8 left. So 6
Oh.
divided by 8 can
Okay.
be in the front.
That's just, you just move it to the front, okay.
Yeah, and then you can move all the way outside the integrals.
I was like, you probably. I think the big
Okay, this one's a little bit more difficult. Not more difficult, it's okay. It's something you can do.
It will strengthen your bones. Yeah.
Is it u negative?
yeah, it's like, because I thought it was conservative, and then I got it.
I do, it just like, it feels like so low. Like normally it feels like we're like rock, like we don't have enough time, you know? Wait, for the last question, Mr. What was the f of x?
You don't need to worry about fx. You just need to worry about u-substitution. What u equal to?
What is that supposed to mean?
What did you just do?
Finished it and then I looked at two. The negative 2. Yeah. And then that becomes u. And then you take your
Haven't you literally stolen my pencil with bank?
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
You over. See if that? Yeah. Wait, no.
Do you need help?
Don't you need no?
You done?
No.
That's the whole thing that you just, okay.
to the negative.
For the final.
Yeah.
I put dx equals du.
Ooh.
D over 10.
More time.
8x
You're not done.
new to the
8 or 8.
8.
Okay. Keep going.
8x new to the negative.
I think your
D over 10.
u is 10x over dx. 10x du. And then your dx over du.
I want to say yes.
Du are going 10x dx.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Are we supposed to? Yeah, because I think when you change was so far.
Oh, wait. 8x
Amber, you done?
How did you get that?
I
Yeah, times by like squared.
For the previous question, where did the 2 over 3 come from?
2 over 3 is integration of u to the 1/2. So u to the 1/2 plus 1, so it'd be 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2. So that's going to be 2 over 3, u to the 3 over 2.
Did you cross multiply or no?
No.
Did you bring it to did you square to the bottom?
That beta made it.
Laura, you done?
Huh?
You done?
But Mr. Yeah.
Wow.
Because
That's really mean.
No, because I'm saying she understands everything. Like, there's no way you don't, like, are you saying you haven't understood a single lesson?
That was really sarcastic. Wow. I was like, what? Told me that wasn't. All right. Amber, you done?
Yeah.
Mariana, you done?
Wait, give me like 2. No! Wait, no, you don't, I don't know if I got it right. No, but I think it is right, but I just
Okay. Shh. See the inside and outside, there's 1 degree difference. Do you see that? X squared and outside is ax. So now what do?
Sure, if you find what du is.
Du is, what the du is, Ava?
10 dx.
10 what? No, 10 something. 10 what?
10x. Oh wait.
Yep, you're right.
10x dx. Sorry. I got.
Shh. Okay, so now I'm gonna have integration of ax, and this is u to the square, and this is du over 10x. Now see the x here, they cancel, and then it's gonna be 8 over 10 of du over u squared, and that's equal to 4 over 5 integration u to the negative 2 du. So that's u to the negative 1 over negative 1, 4 over 5 plus c, and the plus c. What?
is it fine if we had u to the negative 2 outside?
What?
Like u did 8x over u squared. What if we just had it like 8x u to the negative 2? Because that's the same thing. So can we just keep it like that until the
I can understand you. So it's you. Everybody's okay or no? Okay. Got it? I integrate the u to the negative 2, so u to the negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1. Or this u to the negative 1, that makes sure that this u to the positive 1. And this negative 1 times 4 over 5 is negative 4 over 5. Negative exponents.
Oh, it's 5 cosine 5x. That is integral 5 cosine 5x.
That was all.
F of M.
Where would you?
All right.
Wait, 5 is just D is just
5. It's not 5. Wait, no.
DU?
D over 4.
D, wait, U but then DU.
DU.
Yeah, I got it.
I put you.
DU equal to 5.
Because the inside, this is like your g of x, because this is your thing. The 5 could just move the du. Du is equal to 2.
Wait, it's right. So bad. I can't do anything. I got negative 5.
I don't think you have to do
It really is like that.
You have to post the cosine versus the inside.
Last night, now that we have STEM club and I just like pack up like smoothies.
All right, so there was invisible parentheses located right here.
Oh my god. There's a lot. Mr. James got that. Be proud of me. Be proud of me. I was really sad.
Okay, well, I'm proud of you. All right, u equal to, well, why is that? Because there's argument. Cosine afterwards is always a parenthesis. Like cosine of pi over 6, that's a parenthesis. Cosine of x, that's a parenthesis. Cosine of 2x, that's 2x parenthesis. So you have to see that there's argument there, because after, if you type in cosine of anything, just think about it. If you type in anything here with a cosine, right? And then you have to, because it still give you exclamation mark until you have a parenthesis of, like, say, some sort, like cosine of x or 2x, like this, right? It has to have an argument. Cosine of 2 is actually constant, but cosine of 2x, that becomes a function. Because here is going to be cosine of 2x. Usually this is a parenthesis. So u equal to 5x, du equal to 5 dx, and then du over 5 equal to dx. So that's integration of cosine of u, and dx is the du over 5. Do you see that 5 cancel? So that's going to be cosine of u du, and that's going to become like sine of u, which is sine of 5x plus c. Or sine of u plus c, which is sine of 5x. Oh, I forgot a 5. I forgot a 1 over 5 in the front. Wait, the 5 cancel out. Hold on a second. Oh, 5 cancel out. You're right. That's it.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, that's it.
No, there's more.
Wait, Mr. Read the thing of boundaries or
Yes.
oh, that I don't. Wait, is that-
All right. Let's give you another easy one. Tanner, you cannot use calculator in the last page. Which one?
Y equals 3x, y equals e to the x.
Yes. That one's a calculator. Easy so far?
So it doesn't help when you think you're getting it all off. I looked at it a little bit last night.
Did you get this one? This one's an easy one. It's not an easy one.
Wait, what's your D, what do you, two DX? I've been doing that. 12, 11. Square root of u. Du is just du. Yeah. You the one half. Wait, you think integral? You first just.
All right, what's u equal to?
U is equal to 2x, 2x plus 1.
And the du is equal to what?
2 dx.
And that's square root u, and this one is gonna be dx equal to du over 2. Did you do that?
Yes.
Did you take out 1/2 out? And that's u to the 1/2 du. And that's u to the 3/2. 2 over 3 times 1 over 2 plus c, so it'll be 1 over 3 2x plus 1 to the 3 over 2
Oh, yeah.
c. This is okay. Let's give you another somewhat easy one.
Wait, can you go back?
Wait, how did you go, why did you put the 1/2 outside again?
What?
Like, how did you get 1/2, the 1?
1/3.
No, like, you have to do
Because du over 2. This is go.
just to get out.
This one I'm gonna require you to use u-substitution. Think about what u need to be. There's 2 parentheses, so which one I need to be?
Oh, wait, can you go up?
I think you equals
Yes, because it's the term.
yeah.
Wait, what do you think?
Yesterday, why can't you multiply them together?
You can, but right now I'm gonna give you an option. I want to see if you know what u equal to. It doesn't mean it's wrong answer. If when you multiply together, you can. But I'm just saying, if I were to ask you u substitution, what did you want to say? Because there's two parentheses. I want you to decide what u is best at.
Okay. Wait, so we wouldn't just do two?
Huh? I don't want you to combine. I want you to think about u substitution in this case, and I want you to think about what u has to be here. Even though you can combine, you take a power rule, it's fine. But I want you to think about u substitution. And there's a reason why I do that, because that way you know what u has to be. You have to anticipate that happening. What does u has to be? 2x plus 1 or x squared plus x? No. Why? And also, what happened with the derivative? So is you see that anticipation of what happened, like what is u equal to, right? So it's like you're playing chess match. You cannot just make a move without worry about what other people can move after your move. So you have to think about what u has to be. Before you make a move, think about what is du. So if I were to u equal to 2x plus 1, I think about what du is. Du is going to be 2dx. Then I'm going to think about what u equal to the other one. If I u equal to x squared plus x, what is du? So which one's better? What? Yeah, that's the idea. You want to have something cancel.
Just divide like these the units 2x plus 1 dx. To divide this the 2x plus 1 x side u, so it's u over 2x plus 1.
That's why I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Do you see why I do? I anticipate. I think about u is equal to this, or I think about u equal to that. I'm thinking about what happened with du. I don't just blindly go to u equal to 2x plus 1, because u equal to 2x plus 1 is actually not able to help you. So u equal to x squared plus x would help you.
I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah.
Oh, you can't usually do that. Okay, I was literally about to figure it out.
Mira, you understand?
Yeah.
How about Gia? Do you understand?
Wait, so that was x squared. Okay, that's the answer.
X squared plus x squared plus x squared.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I.
So we're just
I get it. I got it.
Oh,
What?
New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
I know. You had?
And also, it's like, don't give up.
And New Year's
I
Day.
cried.
Like right now, it's
actually horrendous.
like,
Questions or no idea what's going on? Mira, do you understand? Yeah.
Can we get like a lunch break?
No.
you can get full like that, right?
No.
Yeah, break.
Okay, let's give me a hard one.
Theoretically, if I skipped every single
Theory.
Every single one with like hand.
Is that a 3 or 5? That's a 3.
3.
Okay,
I don't have a lot of paper left.
Time to buy a new notebook.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna buy the notebook with like the graphic paper.
Yeah, that's actually nice.
Right?
It'd be very useful at area of value.
Yeah. Let me write it down.
Now, this one's a little bit harder because you want to think about what u equal to and what du is equal to. Guys, the third tips I will say is think about what u has to be, but before you actually write it down, think about what du is. Because if you think about it, if something's presented in the question, usually that is going to be the one that help you. So you want to think about u is equal to something, and you want to think about du at the same time before you even write anything down, because you might rule out a few choices. And the few choices you rule out might be something to help you with your questions.
I don't want to do that.
She's like, nope. Not me.
Like just sign. I'm all for just sign for. You don't have any exact. Do you? No, you.
Stack of what?
What?
Stack of what? Snack to donate. You haven't donated anything yet. Austin donated something. Leah donated something. Oh, not Leah. Lena. No, he did. He did. Yeah, he did. He did.
Well, the Publix next to my house closed.
There's Walmart right down the street. You cannot just consume and not donate.
This is equal to.
What are you doing?
I don't. Did I give you checks before?
Yeah.
Mr.
I didn't know it could be 3.
You literally ate all mine.
Bro, Maya, whatever.
Laura, how many nut butter you eat a day? Maya, be honest. How many nut butter do you eat? He's like, I didn't even finish 3 pack.
I swear.
There's no way you only take 1.
I swear.
You cannot take out 3x because that's an argument.
But they both have 3x.
It doesn't matter. You cannot take out 3x argument. You cannot touch.
Could the argument still be you?
What?
Could the
Argument can it be? Yeah, but it doesn't help you. You can say u equal to 3x, but it's still pretty ugly.
Yeah, I agree. This is really ugly. Oh. Alright, so wait, what? Oh. Would it just be 3x to the 4? No. 3x to the 4.
What? 3x to the 4? How'd you get to the 4? Oh, 3x. No, no, you cannot do that.
Sign 4 3x. That was the highest.
Okay, think about what u equal to and think about du. Is it present in the questions?
sine 4 is gonna go to 4. Really or sine
that g of x times
and then
cosine
cosine.
times big.
And cosine
Like sine of 3x.
cosine 4 3x. Right? So how do you do the integral? The integral.
Like just u equals.
Was it you? Because you have to. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, but it's still be 4 because you're adding on. It's okay. Oh wait. Yeah. This. Right? Yeah.
Oh, actually, but I had oh yeah, I keep forgetting it though. So then it's I'm gonna say
I really don't think so.
yeah, like I think it's
Let's try it.
it'd be
Wait, where'd you get 12 from? Where'd you get 12?
Oh, we're trying to do the sine 4.
and then cosine.
Unless it's just sine 4x.
It'd be cosine 3x
Why is sine 4x? That doesn't make sense.
over 2.
Okay, so you guys have issue about understanding arguments.
Okay, so sine 4 is 3x.
All right, I'm gonna ask some people. Amira, what do you think the answer is? U equal to what?
Sine 3x.
That's correct.
Oh my god. Wow.
That's what I said.
You said sine 4.
It goes to
You said sine 4x.
Okay. That's gonna be cosine of 3x times 3, right? Because of this chain rule. So it'll be du over 3 cosine of 3x equal to dx. So therefore it's integration u to the 4. Why? Because that's sine 3x will be u to the 4.
You literally agreed with me.
So it'll be 1/3 u to the 4 du. Is somebody, I did something wrong? I can take out 1/3, right? And it'll be u to the 5th over 15.
You know, we were close.
Because u to the 5 and 3 is gonna multiply together.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be sine to the 5th of 3x over 15 plus c. So you cannot do sine 4, that doesn't make sense. You cannot do sine 4x because that's not sine 4x, it's actually sine 4 to the 3x. Because if you do this part, okay, let's assume that you did that. U equal to cosine of 3x, du is equal to negative sine of 3x, 3, right, dx.
Yeah.
Now you can only get rid of the 1 of the sine, but you still have sine to the 3rd left. Just assume that if you did that, like assume that you did that, that's gonna give you, this one's u, right? And du equal to negative 3 sine of 3x, right? And this is sine to the 4 to the 3x. So the problem you're gonna have, sine of 3x cancel out, the sine to the 3 to the 3x over 1 to the negative 3, and u du, they're still not uniform. They still have sine of 3 to the 3x left. And there's nothing you can do because you cannot convert everything to u. So that's why u equal to 3x is not a proper thing, because you think about it, if you sub back, then not everything convert to u. So this is not a good route. So all this is bad.
You do the competition for chips. Really.
Yeah, we're chilling.
It was we.
Yeah, but
You mean
I don't
you?
think he can solve it.
You try.
No, you can. You definitely can't. Give me an easy one.
I'm gonna give you a hard one.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Say that.
It's just cheating.
No.
There's some beef between like beef.
It's like funny beef though. It's like you said that was smart.
Easy.
This is hard. So far, nobody solved it yet. But if you solve it, you're smarter than me, which is that's good.
I'm really not faulty. It doesn't look us. Let's try it.
Okay. Whatever you say, Laura.
You get the DU install. It's ridiculous.
What are you trying to say?
This question is not easy.
10, are you finished? Well, you should know how to do it. You're DC.
You're not gonna do it. You're like Jared. So just like, not quite there.
You should help me.
Like a little bit of a dumber Jared.
Is Jared back yet? He had been gone for a while.
No, you should do like group.
He was in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I think so.
Is that-
I didn't know if you left.
He actually helped you guys a lot.
He did.
You, Tyler, and
White kid?
yeah, Brady, you, Tyler.
Yeah. Especially during
Where is it?
like review season, he was answering all my questions.
Only Josh Cam misses.
He was what?
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Is he smart?
Huh?
Is he smart?
He's quite smart. He's the smartest person that ever failed AP Calc.
I still don't get it yet. Like I would ask him, I was like what do you do when you get home? It's like, I don't know. Do the calculus.
He doesn't do it. He just come in that first period and copy other people's work. And he doesn't think I know. Like people told me stuff.
Wait, but it's not the one with the higher degree.
You know, he's the only person ever scored 720 on SAT math and not pass the calc.
He's the one that's.
You got two. Nobody got one. I'd be mad if somebody got one. Yeah, there's nobody can get a one. I mean, it doesn't matter how dumb you are. There's no way. I think in the last 10 years, I have one student get one. I do remember her name.
What's her name?
Her name's Solon. Solon. But the problem is, end of the year, there's a boy like this girl,
You solved it?
and then they end up like,
Oh,
So when we were looking over it on like Thursday,
Oh, wait,
Vincent
so you did
and
that too?
Ship were saying like if you had this, right, x and x squared, and you're rotating on the x-axis, it would be a washer. I thought it was a diff that
Amber,
touched
you're
the
right.
x-axis
All
at.
the skaters.
No, like, I think that's the same thing.
And that's wrong.
Were they giving you misinformation?
think about washer. I don't think I can tell you to think about washer.
It's like that's what.
So if a slice is gonna be a ring, rather than a this. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Yeah.
What are you eating? You can just do
Laura, have you ever read this book? Like, Don't Let Pigeon Drive the Bus.
Like the kids' books?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Wait, why is Tanner laughing right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a great book.
Oh yeah, you're freaking lying. Wait, why?
It's funny.
It's a good book, but there was a one part of the thing is like there was like a little duck is like trying to eat a hot dog,
Okay.
Or not. Oh, Ember, go.
and he's like, that dog looks good. A hot dog is good, and then they try to imply that person should give it to the hot dog to try. So yeah, that's what Laura would do. It's like perfect picture. Let me see if I can find it. I probably can find it. Huh? Which girl?
Oh my god.
Like, you know how to do on the denominator? I took I took one half out.
He's like, I don't
And
know.
I put the back in and have 2 over.
You're good.
Yeah, that's what I did. In Gion.
Why are you looking at the sheet?
Every day.
I can't actually can't see it.
Never works.
Did you get it?
Oh, substitution. It's right there. Don't over the plus.
This is Laura.
What?
You zoom in.
Okay. It's not a hot dog.
It'd be like, is that a hot dog?
No, because they're holding a hot dog. The baby does have a hot dog.
Something you would do. It's like perfect picture of Laura.
So what are you trying to say?
You pull up on your back, and that's you integrate them. Because if you go, I don't know what's right.
Did you see in this class? Oh.
What do you have?
Whoa! Whoa, Laura! That's a hostile.
What do you get last week? Right.
All right, so
What do you want to do that?
Go with the rock. Would you
I would say Laura's a good candidate in this class. Huh?
of the thing that you throw with the rocks? What do you call it?
Oh, 弱井下死. Yeah.
You know, with the rock. Like if there's someone in the.
All right, so did anybody got it?
1,
No.
0, D and E.
All right, so let's try it. Let me show you. This is known as a back sub, and so u equal to 2x minus 1. U equal to 2x minus 1. Normal step. du equal to 2dx. Hopefully you got that. du over 2 equal to dx. Hopefully you got that. Then you go ahead and sub in. And our problem is this x right here. So this one's gonna be u to the half, and this is du over 2, and there is a issue x. And I have a different color there. X is the problem. And hopefully you got to here, right? Then what can you do? No. You can put a half, but what else? But you have to make sure everything in terms of u. Edison, what do you think?
So it's you plus one.
I said I did that the first time.
Like somebody getting off on the moment. I'm not getting it.
Why are we going on?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hello? U plus 1 over 2.
Wait,
Wow. Wait, do I get chips for at least doing like
Laura Pro.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I gotta read you that book. Don't let pigeon drive the bus. It's a great book. It reminds me so much of you. No, no. She's the little pigeon, little bird, not even the pigeon. Okay, so I can distribute this because I take out a constant. This constant is 1/2, 1/2. I can take it outside. So it's 1/4. Is that okay? And there's a u to the 1/2 times u plus 1. So you can distribute that. This is just a power rule. So that's 1/2 plus 1, so 3/2. So it'll be 1/4 times u to the 5 over 2, 2 over 5. Plus u to the 3 over 2, 2 over 3. And then plus c here. So that's the 1/4. 1/4 is going to distribute this. So that's going to be 2 over 20. So it's 1 over 10. U is going to be 2x minus 1 to the 5 over 2. Plus 2 over 3 times 1/4 is 1/6. 2x minus 1 to the 3 over 2. Plus c.
Is this gonna be on the test?
Yeah. Okay, so here's a rule about backsub. The only thing you need to know about backsub, do you see that this and this, there is no 1 degree difference?
Oh, you have.
Those are both at 1 degrees. So usually is the 2x squared inside, outside is 2x. So there is a 1 degree difference. So if there's no degree difference, then there's something involved with the backsub. It's gonna come effective.
Wait, did you change the u plus 1 to u squared plus 1?
Huh?
Did you change?
I solved for this x. So that means I need to move u plus 1 divided by 2.
Right side though? Like the second line on the far right. Oh,
Where?
yeah. Right. Yeah, right there. It looks like it's u squared plus 1, is it? Or is
No,
it-
that's just u to the 1.
Oh,
So that's why I tell you that's u to the 1. 1 times 1/2 equal to 3 over 2.
I see.
1/2 times 1 is 1.
Okay.
What? Oh, that's the 1 over 4 times 2 over 5. So 2 over 20. And this is 2 over 12. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I got my part. It's good. I'll let you know if I don't mind. Okay. Are you sure?
Good job.
Are you sure?
Okay, so one more question, and then we have one final boss.
One final problem.
All right, so I have this questions. Here is we have a definite integral now, and that's the one Ava was talking about earlier.
Her worst nightmare.
It's okay. It's easy. It's easy.
That's what you said about.
Can we go back to the graph when we calculate like this?
Yes, the trapezoid one.
You like the rectangle?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
That's gonna be 20% of the test. So.
And then
20% of the test.
Are you serious?
Yeah, finding area. And...
Wait, what happened? Yeah. Can we find the answers and then we plug in the values?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about this one. Shh. This one I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna give you a final boss questions. So, what u equal to here? Do you see that 1 degree difference? Good. What was that? Is that mirror? Is that you? Who was it?
I think it
Okay. All right. What is did you solve for dx? Okay, now this one is definitely integral, which is x. You got x squared, so this one is gonna be x, so this is u to the third, right? And this is dx, so du over 2x. Now, do you see what can cancel? And can I take out 1/2? Now, remember, don't forget this boundary, this is the x value. So this is x value. This is x value. So what the cool thing is, we're gonna do everything in terms of u. We not only integrate with in terms of u, we're gonna integrate the boundary in terms of u. What does that mean? That means this is the extra step that you did not do before. U equal to x squared plus 1. The upper bound and the lower bound, you're gonna substitute in there. So your upper bound is 1, but that's x value. So it'll be 1 squared plus 1, so is equal to 2. And 0 squared plus 1 is 1. So it'll be 1 to 2. And that was the only thing different. You're changing from 0 to 1 to 1 to 2 because of the boundary switch. And then therefore it's going to be u to the 4 over 4 and the 1/2 in the front between 2 to 1. Now do not convert back to x. Just do everything in terms of u. You change your boundary to u. You change your function to u. You do not go back to x because why? Because you have 1/8 here. And it's going to be u to the 4 between 2 to 1. Plug in. 2 to the 4 minus 1 to the 4, which is 16 minus 1, 1 over 8. So that's equal to 15 over 8. What did I do different? I changed the x bound to u bound. And I just do it in terms of u. Do not convert back to x because I have every kids that usually not doing well on the test is they try to convert back to x. Just do everything in terms of u. The boundary switch, everything in switch, you just plug in terms of u because you're going to get a u value rather than x value. So in this case, 15 over 8 is perfect. So final boss. Oh, what time? I think it's almost finished.
What time are we doing anything in fifth period?
We're gonna probably grade them. Okay, so the final boss is gonna be between 1 to 5. The answer is gonna be a fraction. It's gonna have a numerator and over denominator, but the numerator plus the denominator is equal to 19. If you did it right, then you end up to get 19. A, B, the answer is A over B, and the A plus B is equal to 19. So it could be 19 over 1, or 18 over 1, 17 over 2, 16 over 3, 15 over 4. Yeah. You're welcome.
It's not that funny.
Austin didn't think it's funny. I thought it mattered.
He laughs at everything. Yeah.
Because I find a lot of things funny.
No, Austin, like a pencil could fall on the ground with laugh.
That's right. I was trying to
Yeah,
study for the test and they were laughing.
You kind of what?
I was like studying with them for the test and they were laughing.
No, that's not a lie.
No, I was laughing because he was laughing. Hey. And I didn't know what he was laughing about.
That's actually pretty funny. Ha ha ha. See, this class, even though it's hard, but you feel like time passed by really fast.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the final boss.
Yes, final.
It's like a Bowser of the game. You can save the peach. I love Mario's. I still play Mario's. We used to like. I used to bring like. Somebody would bring like we would be playing like Just Dance and.
No, I think we should stop that time.
Right now. Good night, guys.
No, Just Dance sounds
The
funny.
exam.
No, you're gonna get an A answer as A over B, and but A plus B is equal to 19. So if you got an answer different, then
Right, when you plug it in.
Is u wait, remember is u 2x minus 1? Why are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I did.
You do this.
I just didn't know how to say that.
this might require back sub.
Oh, wait, thank you.
That's how you know you did wrong.
Why are you being so busy?
I'm not. Me and her are close.
Cool. You and Maya are close.
Damn, Maya. I thought
We are.
No break.
Also, why am I being there? She did it wrong.
You just said I'm gonna say Odin instead of saying thing.
I know, but you said it first.
This class, dude, time.
It's what?
Time doesn't pass by fast. I feel like time passes.
Yeah.
If you have any other teacher, this will be a slow class.
Actually, no, it might horrible this year.
Cool.
The blockers, they haven't felt like super horrible. Just yes.
Can you spot my problem?
I don't know. Can I spell your problem?
I did something wrong.
Always
Well, you start out good.
Yeah.
I think so. Try to find a way.
I think you mess up in algebra.
What?
So, u to the wait, is that u to the negative 1/2?
Yeah.
Well,
And then I got the X.
okay, but the problem is if you have u to the negative 1/2 times u, that's gonna be u to the negative positive half. Oh no, so that's u to the positive half, which is u do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you take an integral already. So when you distribute, so this take out 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
This one should be u to the negative 1/2. This u to the negative 1/2 should be u to the 1/2. But you haven't taken integral yet. So if you integrate it, u to the 1/2 is going to be 3 over 2. Over 2 over 3. Because you kind of skip a step here and you think that this process of distributing is integral, but it's not.
Got it. Thank you.
And the mirror have a try to keep it nice and neat because that way you can. My handwriting's bad, so I'm not the one to judge. Trust me, but I just.
Where are you? I'm still happy.
How much time we have?
We have till
We have plenty of time.
11.
Yeah, we have like wait.
Whoever get it right.
Oh, yeah, wait. I got it. Look. Stop cheating.
What do you mean?
Lady.
Well, no, because I was almost there.
So that's wrong answer.
Wait.
No, I didn't.
Hold on, I'm not getting it. What is time? Gosh, where are you? Okay.
You can-
No, that's okay. I didn't.
Try.
Seriously,
I give up.
I you when I
If you finish, I'll play basketball game with you.
Hello.
What is it?
I don't
Three
think
of
she
them?
Yeah, you so I
Oh.
won't finish because I want to save you. Save you the time.
Am I right?
Like, that's why. That's why.
You have a chance to embarrass
You guys know what you're doing. Just make sense. Come on.
Get away! Get away! Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he's
it's
cheating.
terrible.
Hello?
Hey, come on. Wait, they cheated off with me. I should.
No.
I should-
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Okay.
I remember to do
Okay.
something.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not even acting.
Okay.
Why am I so long?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I just did it one time doing it.
Yeah. Did you get 1/2 integral to
And you're fucking wrong too. Huh?
Somebody saw that. You're in live stream, by the way. We can now hear Laura's voice.
1/2 and then integral du over square root of u.
I
Oh,
hope
that's
you-
where.
I got one.
Reading
He told me that
I got 1 on the floor, and then I got minus 1 from here to the negative half.
No, because what if you're wrong and you already got it wrong?
reading very well.
And you start. Okay, now I have multiply those two.
No. You're gonna do It's okay. You tried. This was one.
Oh, I'm
I redid it and I got the same. And then like, okay,
I've never actually tried solar. Oh my god. Stressing me out. Okay.
I'm gonna eat food. I'm gonna eat real food. Instead of potato chips.
34 plus 8.
No. 4 times 3.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, but
You're scaring me every time you say my mom. I'm literally getting somewhere, I think, possibly, maybe.
your boundary should be
Yeah.
9 and 1.
Yeah, you got that.
9 to 1.
Yeah. You get this, you split. Put them in where it says you, and it's like
3 times 3 times 3.
like 7.
Wait, no. I wasn't talking about that. No, you know who would have
Where'd you? Am I taking du?
Stop cheating.
Is du 2 dx? 2 x dx.
You have 1/2 over.
Du is just 2.
I think so.
Oh, it is.
I'm getting pissed off.
Then you have to do image solve for the x.
I got it. Wait, you already got it. It's 16 over 3, isn't it? Is it 16 over 3? So down the part. Oh my god. Wait, Amber, I saw too that we give the gift card to me. I tried. This is my second one today. I found the rubber
I
ducky.
scratched the card, but I haven't used it yet, so.
Oh, okay. Amber, combined? You know how much donuts we have? I have 3. Wait, wait, what? Dude, I'm like, I'm so surprised.
Let's see if we want it.
Wait, Amber, can So happy. Wait, where'd you get the gift from? She's like, what?
Somebody give it to me. Oh, I get it at the very beginning of the year.
What? Wait, what? At the beginning of the year? That's expired.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
William told me they expired in 2 weeks. I
Really?
Final boss. I hate to spoil her.
Are you sure?
They expired 31st.
I beat the final boss.
She's like, that's expired. Let me take it. I can see.
Yeah, you can like get that free gift card, and I gave her, and she was so happy, and then she gave it, and she's like, oh, there was no money on it.
You know how to
Yeah, like, yeah.
It's so funny.
you have one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I should be exempt from the test at this point. Like, I feel like
Okay, that's a little
No,
far.
I'm just joking. Yeah, I'm not happy.
So you wanted that one for what?
Me?
It's $5. $5
That took me so
a
long.
long way to the end.
No, I didn't. No, it will plus tax and everything like that. You get, well, you'd have to pay like a couple cents.
Right. A coffee and a
Wow.
sandwich. The sandwiches is like $6.74.
Okay, let's see what we did.
I know it.
Amber, you should frame that.
What?
You should frame it in your room.
Wait. Wow. Where did you get you? Freaking Laura and Austin are cheating.
I didn't cheat.
I didn't cheat.
She
I got it wrong.
She
No, I literally got it wrong.
cheated.
No, I got it wrong.
She was there for 5 minutes. I went
What?
I went to go look what was happening. I went back. She was there for 10 seconds.
Oh, what? Oh, I separated the two. Okay, I was close. See, I felt so smart doing that.
Yes, you were.
Okay. Best moment of my life.
I missed that because my
No, it wasn't the best moment of my life. It was probably the day I got my dog. No, probably not. I don't know. Right?
I never won. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You literally got that.
So you're an extra.
Yeah, so you're gonna help me today.
You
better, you get the final boss. You better learn something in our group chat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's do the homework guys. I basically got that. Oh.
No, I got. Oh, no. 15 more divided by 4 is 60.
Yeah, you were.
Where is it?
I didn't
Right
put
there.
4. Oh,
This is $6.
Why did you get 54? Really? 54? I plugged in the 9 like
It's really good. Like, I don't think that's like it looks kind of bit like the law. Is it the one where you like squeeze it in?
Yeah.
This is just for this.
Yeah, mine's I have sunscreen.
You can use it for both.
It has sunscreen
Oh my
on
god.
the lipstick. So like if you go to the beach, your lips don't burn.
Oh.
Oh.
I think it's like space.
Wait, Amber, how do you I'm sorry, how do you
It's all greasy. Oh, shiny.
And you the same thing with the one right here.
It's not really crazy, right? You don't have to put it on this.
Can I read the don't let pigeon drive the bus?
I'm dropping your class today. I think I'm gonna go get
Oh no.
or Timmons.
Yeah. It would be like.
My God, dude.
But then they actually do really something. And like, we left, right? Like, to me, like, I'm driving, I pulled up, I look to my right, Lauren's right there in the other car. I'm supposed to know so good.
But I think we were talking about it.
I wanna
Wait, is that the check? What are you having?
Sorry.
Yeah, bro, it's so
Like that looks so good.
and then option price. Their Baja Blast freeze is so don't want the strawberry anymore.
I got Chipotle yesterday.
Before Thanksgiving break, the week before Thanksgiving break, $6 you save. That's so cheap.
I have a talk with the burrito. I should have done.
My son does too. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but my mom doesn't let me get it.
It's really expensive.
But
Chick-fil-A is really expensive.
my son was never show my brother.
I do have points actually. I don't use it.
Wait for
They're
what?
very expensive.
But like, that's why I got the points. I think I can have
Wait, you said
free
they're
meals right now.
expensive?
Chick-fil-A is pretty good. I think Chipotle is in sense of the value of food.
Okay, why is the quesadilla so expensive?
The
What?
one over here?
No, quesadilla, like the cheese quesadilla.
Oh yeah.
Like every time I buy it's like $18. I'm like,
But
why
it's
am I
so
paying the $18?
Don't they have a hack? I saw on TikTok like you
There's,
order like
two. Like you can
You need to get off.
you either you can get a bowl. If you get a bowl and then a tortilla, it's cheaper than just getting burrito. And then
I
if you
can't justify starting.
oh you can get a kids quesadilla and they'll give you everything, but like
you just added all the stuff
yeah, and you just get it on the side or something.
I just saw
and you put it together. That's what I saw.
You're just paying for service at that point.
get cheese on my quesadilla.
You want cheese on it?
Yeah.
Don't quesadilla has cheese inside. That's like main ingredient.
I like that. Hey, but like the cheese
No, you know what I did? When
18 per cheese
when the carne
Now,
was there, I think 20.
I did get a card earlier in the year. I don't know if she's right about expiring. If I do expire it, I'll pay you $5. I don't know because I got it earlier in the year. I wasn't meant to use it, but I didn't never have a chance to use it. Yeah.
You have
I feel like
Today?
I wouldn't know.
Tomorrow.
Oh no, that one's good.
Never mind. Never mind.
It looks so good. I go too much time.
I got
The brookie was really good.
Yeah, my car had like a relay on the front or something on the main battery. So luckily that was fixed for
Don't
free.
you have to replace the battery?
What?
Don't you have to replace the battery?
No, they just had to fix the connectors on the battery.
Oh,
So luckily, since the battery's under warranty, that got fixed for free. But then the accessory 12-volt battery, we had to pay for because I also wanted to replace that. So, but it was like $379 for total for the all repairs.
I feel like wait, Rajesh, how many days you not here? I feel like you haven't been here for a long time.
I'll start playing. Yeah, man, if you don't feel my guitar, I will not do it.
Question, you told me, hey, don't evaluate. I wrote it down. I evaluated.
Yeah, you just have to use my guitar.
Wait, what?
I don't think you can evaluate that one. The perimeter one, you cannot evaluate. Perimeter, you cannot
I
evaluate.
definitely did wrong there.
You're not using calculator.
I miss you so much.
Uh, wait a minute. How much time we have?
Like 10 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Do we have
Okay, ping pong. Ping pong.
So I can go home.
Okay, wait, are you sure it's 20 minutes? I feel like it's longer. She's gonna lie to me.
30.
She's gonna lie to me.
30. 30.
I think I look at the wrong one.
30 is enough for me to teach a lesson.
It's Tuesday, right?
And also, I just like the 4 times.
So,
We have
What do you mean? So,
Wednesday,
like, my brain is.
Thursday, Friday. And then
I'm
we
not
have-
here Thursday.
Exactly. So we have Wednesday and Friday.
And Friday is a party day.
Yeah. So we just have this day.
I think you're thinking.
We just have this day. We just have this day.
We're not gonna remember anything.
And we're not gonna remember anything over the break. I say, how about this? How about this? How about
I'm almost.
you send you send
Whoa.
okay, no homework over the break, but listen, here's the catch. You can send us a practice A/B exam to do over the break.
That's actually what's gonna do. But
Oh,
Dude,
finish
what
it.
is, what is wrong?
And like we get
Bro, what is
days
wrong
to work
with you? What do you mean a pregnancy AD
right?
exam? What is
And then
wrong
when we
with
get back, like we're like, you know,
More practice for you, bro. I'm not doing that.
okay, and you're gonna fail. Not me. Get out. You're the weakest 5. Right?
That's really you. You like you said it was you, bro.
who's the weakest player? That's interesting. Who's the weakest player?
There's no way.
You know it's me. You remember the practice.
Yeah, you know it's
Who
me.
would
You just
always
said
do better?
bro, you just said you know
Who would
it's
always
me.
do better on the test?
He knows it's you.
He knows it's me.
Yeah, you're the weakest 5.
You're the weakest 5.
There's, what do you think?
He nodded his head yes.
Yeah, it's me. He said yeah.
So I think we can just send that in the group chat now, so we have the week to work on it, and then whatever we do, we finish it. That way you don't have to teach while you're on perks.
Percocet. Who skipped the test on last week? Ria, Laxmi, where's Isabel? Okay, you want to take it now or take it after school today? Yeah. Ria, you want to take it after school or now? Isabel, are you taking it after school? Yeah. You want to take it outside? We don't take it.
Okay, relax.
I didn't even finish. I spent like 3 hours yesterday doing it. But like,
Somebody help out open the door.
we didn't go to like there. I'm telling you,
My plan was like we're gonna go.
Okay, does anybody else miss a test? Yeah, 10 already taken. So no, I'm gonna talk about basic integration rules. So it's something that you should know how to integrate some things, or just review all the integration rules. But a lot of times that you had to figure out certain things. So, and I'll record this for Isabel. But this is nothing new. This is just the stuff that you're supposed to know already, and just make sure that you know how to integrate those. So.